and welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are introducing our brand new die set, the large stitched journaling card. I love this journaling card. It is 4 inches wide by 6 inches tall, and it has that awesome stitch detail. And what's great about the size is that it fits perfectly inside pocket scrapbooking type things, but it's also a great large size for 12 by 12 layouts or making even a card this size. There's a lot of fun ways that you can use it. This die is a nice companion to our original stitch journaling card, which is 4 by 3. So with these two dies, you can fit most pocket scrapbooking, which is really fun, and they even can work together. When you get your dies, they'll come like this, and all you need to do to separate all of these fun elements included is just bend them back and forth, and just like that, you can separate all of your pieces. And to use this die, all you need to do is just run it through your die cut machine just like you normally do. And you can see here that gorgeous stitch detail that you get from the die. And these are all of the die elements that you get with the large stitch journaling card. And what I love about these elements is that they look awesome on the large stitch journaling card, of course. For example, this little flag looks super cute like that, but also they look really great on a standard size card too. So here you can see how great they look on the standard 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. One thing that's really great about the large stitch journaling card is how great the original stitch journaling card die works with it, because they both have the same 4 inches here. So here is a little piece of pattern paper I cut with my 4 by 3 die, the original stitch journaling card die, and you can see how well that fits onto the large stitch journaling card die. So here I have a picture of my sweet dog Daphne. She is the cutest and has expertly perfected the puppy dog eyes, if you can't tell. And so I'm going to use my original stitch journaling card die to go ahead and cut this picture of her. So I'm going to run this through my die cut machine just like normal. And I love that really cute stitch detail onto the photo. It really makes it just even a little more special. So now that I have my photo cut, I'm going to go ahead and cut a cute little journaling card with the large stitch journaling card. So I'll just run it through my die cut machine. So I thought it would be fun to make a cute, tall journaling card. I'm going to cut a heart out of some of this coordinating Hello Sunshine paper. And then next, I thought it would be fun to use this die in kind of a unique way. So we're going to do some partial die cutting. And right here, I'm going to make a mark as to how far I'm going to want this flagged end to be. So my die is in place, and I don't want this end to cut here. So what I'm doing, you can see, is I'm hanging that end off of the plastic, and I'm actually going to just tape the piece of paper down to my little plastic, board that's going to go in to my die cut machine. Then I'm just going to lay my other one on top and die cut just like normal, but that little end is not going to cut since it's not sandwiched between the two plastic plates. So now, as you can see, we've partially cut. We haven't cut the last part yet. Now the next part that we're going to do is I'm going to line up my little end of my die there with that mark that I made based on the size of the journaling card. And then we're going to line the die up with what has been previously cut. And you'll see when you do this that it'll kind of fit into the grooves. Now we can hold that in place. And we can do the same thing where we're going to tape it to the plastic plate, just part of it, because we don't want the other part to cut, the other end to cut through. And now we'll run it through our die cut machine just like normal. And now you can see we've been left with a double flagged end banner by partially die cutting and leaving off the end of this, which is really fun. And now I'm using our Smitty's ABCs alphabet to put a little title on my journaling card. So I'm going to stamp Daphne's name, and now I'm ready to adhere everything down to my card. This is a really simple journaling card, but that's kind of the idea of this pocket scrapbooking, is to do faster scrapbooking when you're trying to get a lot of photos done, maybe from a large event, and then you could do a traditional scrapbook page for your favorite photos from that event. So I love this idea of being able to, I take so many photos now because of my phone. I love being able to create quick things like this and make a cute page about my sweet dog Daphne in the pocket scrapbooking style. We'll add some foam adhesive to the heart. And our quick little journaling card is done. Here I've used my smaller stitch journaling card die to cut out a photo again. This was a photo that the picture turned out really cute with me and my husband in New York, but there was this guy in the side checking his phone and it ended up in the picture. So this is a nice way to kind of trim out a photo that maybe doesn't have the best things on the side. And another way that I love to use the large stitch journaling card is to use it as a frame for a photo. So all you need to do is just adhere your picture. You kind of selectively cropped with the other die. You could also just trim a photo down too, so that you get kind of a nice shot. And just like that, you have an instant, really quick frame for your photo. Another really cool thing that you can do with this journaling card die is actually create a card in and of itself, this cute little stitched 4x6 card. So here I've got a piece of cardstock that's 8.5 inches long, and I'm going to score at 4 1/4. And we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to take the journaling card die and we're going to partially die cut. So what we're going to do is line up the top of this die with the top folds of the card. So here's the folds of the card. And we're going to take our die, adhere it down, and run it through our die cut machine just like normal. And as we pull our die from the die cut machine, you'll see that we're left with a card base that opens that's got this great stitching detail. Now you could use the card just like this, or you can do what I did in this sample, was to cut another journaling card. So for example like this, and then just adhere it on top, just to give it that finished stitched edge on top. But then it's going to open because of that folded card that we did earlier. I love this idea. Another great thing about the stitch journaling card die is how great our new border dies work with it, because they're also 6 inches long. So as you can see, you could use the grass, the speech bubble, or even the new stitched scallop dies with your 4x6 card. So here's an example of a journaling card that I cut with the speech bubble border, and I can layer it on top of another journaling card and get a really cool look. So here I've just cut with my grass border, this great grass shape. Then we're going to take our stitched journaling card die and line it up with this fun grass. And by doing that, you'll see that you get a really cool grass border that's going to fit perfectly on your journaling card, because it's going to have that great stitched edge on the bottom. And first I've used our Scripty Hello die with our Lutz Polka paper. We're going to create a fun title. Going ahead and spelling out the month April with my Smitty's ABC set. And I'm going to stamp it out in some black ink. And now I've cut another hello out of pink, and I'm going to do a nice little double layer of these. So I'm just going to use my little glue pen here to add glue all the way around the hello. And we're going to layer the die cuts just slightly offset to give it a nice little shadow. And I'm going to take this dog from Critters in the Dog Park stamp set, stamp him out, and quickly color him in. Then I'm going to use the coordinating die. So now I'm going ahead and adhering all of my fun elements to my stitched journaling card. And what I love about creating a little fun layout like this is that I can use a bunch of my dies and my stamps and all sorts of other fun things and create a great title card for one of my pocket scrapbooking albums. Now I showed you how we did the grass. How to do the journaling card is you just cut a journaling card with the 4x6 die out of some pattern paper, and then you're going to take your speech bubble border die and run it through your die cut machine. And when you do that, you're left with 2 pieces, which actually gives you 2 journaling cards. So for example, you could layer this one on top of here and create a journaling card that way with the negative space, or you can use it this way. So I love that you get 2 cards in one from one die pass. And so now I can add my cute little Daphne that I've colored here. Now I have a great title card for my pocket scrapbooking album. One of my favorite ways to use this die is to actually use it to create the stitch detail directly onto my photos. So here's a photo of my dog Daphne with her major puppy dog eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and take the photo and line it up in the die. So you'll see as you're lining it up that the pointed edges are going to be sticking outside the die, and that's okay because we're going to get rounded edges once we cut the photo. I'm going to use some tape to secure the die in place, and then I can run it through my die cut machine just like normal. And here you can see the fantastic stitched lines that you get on your photo, which I think looks really cool. And when you're putting your photo pages together, you can see that now you're going to have a coordinating look between both the 4x6 and your 4x3 little journaling card pieces from the smaller die and your photos, which is really neat. Another fun idea to do with your photos is to use your square Instagram photos. I had this printed at Walgreens. You can actually pin it directly from your Instagram app. I know there's a lot of other services out there that will print square photos for you. And if you would still want the stitch detail on the top and the bottom, you can also line up your photo once again with the die. You'll secure your photo in place on the die and run it through your die cut machine. And as you'll see, as you remove your photo from the die, that you get a fun stitch detail on the top and bottom. So what I like to do then is to take my journaling card that's been cut here and take my photo and line it up. And now I have a place to journal right here, and you can leave some of your cute pattern paper or whatever color cardstock showing off on this end, and you can journal right here with your photo, and yet the stitching detail is still continuous across the whole thing, which I think looks really cute. So this is our large stitched journaling card die. I love this die so much. It creates the perfect 4" by 6" cards that are great for pocket scrapbooking. You can do really fun things with them, like combining them with our dies and stamps to create a cool intro card, maybe for a month or for an event in your album. You can use the 4x6 die in conjunction with the 4x3 die to create some really cute journaling cards. Here we used it just as a frame for a photo, and then here we added some of the fun elements from the interior parts of the die. And these elements are great for both journaling cards and for normal cards too. They're really, really a great size. Some other fun things that you can do with this die is create that stitched fun rounded edge on your photos, which I love. You can even do just on the top and bottom of a 4x3 Instagram style photo and add that to your journaling card like this and journal here. And you can create some fun cards with them too, with that great stitch detail and rounded edges. All you need to do is add some stamped elements and you'll have an adorable card ready to go. So I cannot wait to see what kind of cool journaling cards and greeting cards and everything that you guys come up with this die. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!